Hello, it is 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 4 o'clock Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific. I always want to say specific. Anybody else have that problem? I want to say specific. But I am excited to talk to you today about Daily Build. This is a multivitamin. So as everybody pops on, thank you so much for taking the time. Anne-Marie, it's so good to see you. Leanne, oh, Anne-Marie, I just love every time I get to see your smiling face. So pretty. Amy, welcome. Xtina, hello. What a busy day, right? I'm rocking sugar tan on my, what are these called? Collarbones. I'm rocking sugar tan, doing the glow thing. Hello, Amy, so good to see you. And rocking more subtle look, and so I really appreciate Xtina teaching me this one because I always had my makeup over that top and I didn't know how to do subtle, and so then she taught me subtle and I'm loving it, so thank you. But oh, you're amazing. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm so glad to see you. Laura, welcome. Thank you, Xtina. I take that. And I even took the Gilded Angel and did just a little bit right here, like you told me to. So I feel like I was breaking all the rules because I used something for my eyes on my cheeks. So anyway, but hello, I am going to talk to you today about Daily Build, which is our multivitamin. So hello, Brooke, how are you? So we have our multivitamin. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It's liquid. How exciting is that? Yes, Lindsay, you're rocking the Gilded Angel too. Cool. Liquid. This is the main difference and why we can actually feel this hitting our body in 8 to 15 minutes. Thank you, JC. I received that from you. Is because it is in liquid form. So this has been super powerful. We have utilized this for almost 6 years. July, it will be 6 years. And this is a huge difference because prior to, I thought I was doing everything that I needed to because I was going to GNC or I would go to Walgreens, Walmart, and I would buy the most expensive multivitamin, but it was always a pill or a tablet. And so I thought I was doing the right thing for my body, but it wasn't actually working. Rachel, hello. I'm going to be talking to you very soon. Very exciting. You're New Zealand. That's amazing. I'm so excited that found out we can actually get this to you in New Zealand. So I got some good news for you. But this, yes, and the shakes too. So I had the best of intentions, but my poor little body's going, it's not enough. It's not enough. I need you to use a different method. And so when I found this, it was huge because it actually worked. Now, I want to show you something right away. These are the capsules. They are not pills or tablets. They are capsules. And this is very important, and the reason why is because of absorption. So I'm actually going to get one out and show you, because this has a lot to do with whether or not you're going to feel the benefit. So you can see, maybe, see that? That is a vegan silica shell. That is going to break down very quickly in your body. These are not tablets, these are the capsules. So we don't have tablets, we do not have pills, and so this is in a capsule form. So you can do either to get the benefits that I'm about to talk about. So I wanted to talk to you about that. However, for those that are pregnant or want to become pregnant, liquid and capsules are just slightly different in their formula. So Daily Build Liquid is totally fine during pregnancy, but the capsules are not. So no for pregnant, yes for pregnant. Now for nursing, you can do either. So that's not a problem at all. But that is something that I really want you to know. This for pregnancy, either one for nursing, and then anybody else can take all of these. So please know that when I'm talking to you about these benefits, you can utilize those. And you know, Lindsay Anderson and Lindsay Krause can attest to this. It is a powerful multivitamin that you can feel. And we actually had a woman named Sarah. She was a paramedic, still is a paramedic, in Kansas City area, and she always got malnourished during her pregnancy, so much so that she took her Daily Build with her in her little bag to go to the hospital to deliver because she was so deficient that she could not function. So this is something that she packed, and the first thing she did after going into labor was take her little packet. And that was back in the day when the liquid wasn't safe, but it is now, and so very exciting that you don't have to go without. So awesome. Let's see. Oh, good. Yes, Rachel. I'm very excited. So let's talk about the benefits. So first of all, it's very different than any kind of a pill or tablet because you're actually going to feel it go to work. And the liquid, I feel, hit my system within 8 to 15 minutes. So that is a huge benefit. So why would you take this? Well, who is this for? The standard American diet is just that. It's SAD. SAD. We're not getting what we need from our food. So the statistic is that back in the 1950s, 1 cup of spinach used to contain a certain amount of nutrients. Fast forward to today, the spinach actually, it takes 79.8 cups of spinach to get the same nutrient content as 1 cup of the 1950s. None of us are eating 79.8 cups of spinach. I promise you that. We are not. No. JC, yes, you can definitely do them together. Yes. Because they're water soluble, as long as you don't have any of the fat soluble vitamins, K, A, D, or E, you're not going to overdo it, so they're liquid soluble. Hello, Lynn. But it's very sad, and so we are not going to be able to actually get the nutrients that we need from our food anymore. That's why there is the need to supplement. But the good news is that this can easily come alongside us to help give our body what we need. But that's why so many of you, we've talked, and you're saying, I am doing everything I know how. I am doing this right. I'm doing this right. I'm doing this right. I don't have any of the bad habits, and yet I still feel like I'm hitting a brick wall at the end of the day. Why? Because you are asking your body to do more than you're providing it with fuel. So if you need X amount of fuel to do all the activities just to be you, then you need that fuel. But then to run at a Ferrari pace, you have to have even more fuel. If you're not providing that, then what happens is you are slowly depleting yourself on a daily basis. Now, the body is very resilient and it can withstand this for months, sometimes even years. But there's certain seasons that take us down and it's like, oh, what just happened? Seasons, pregnancy. You were building a brand new human being. And so it's one of those that you are building a brand new life, and so it's something that takes a toll on your body. So you need to replenish so that you get what you need, as well as baby too. So it's something that as long as we stay ahead of the game, as long as we keep our health bank account in the positive, we're good to go. But we do not want to be functioning in an account that should have $10,000 with 3 pennies. That's not good. We don't want to be at the $1,000 mark. We want to have that buffer. Doesn't mean we have to be at $10,000 all the time, but we need to keep it in the higher end, 8, 9,000. That's going to be better than running on pennies in E or 1,000. Let's see. Emma just asked, would this replace a prenatal vitamin? I hate having to take those because they don't have research showing yes, we have to. You can look at that. Lindsay uses just this. She's doing absolutely amazing in her pregnancy, and so this is something that can replenish, but I would look at the prenatal they want you to take, compare it to the Daily Build liquid, and see what it is that they might need you to supplement with separately. So you could definitely do that. But so that's why we need to have a multivitamin to fill in the gaps that we're not going to get, because nobody's eating 79.8 cups of spinach. We're not going to eat all the carrots. We're not going to eat all of this. And not all of us are composting and adding all of these things to our soil. And we are guilty of this. We farm. It is not financially possible to go and replenish all the nutrients that are being taken out of the soil. You could not have a business. Nobody's going to buy $1,000 wheat. It's not going to happen. And so it's not possible to replace what it is that we're lacking, because farmers switched from manure to spray-based fertilizers. And so that's something that they did, which we lost that composting. We lost the ability to put the nutrients back in. Yes, Lucinda's using the Daily Build instead of a prenatal. So you're seeing the track record here that there are many people getting those results. But if you have any questions, again, I'm not an expert. I am not a doctor. So you make sure you make your decision and then ask the people that you trust for their guidance. So let's see, what else? The 2015, I've got my notes here. My 2015 dietary guidelines suggest that vitamins A, D, E, C, folate, magnesium, and calcium are underconsumed. That means we're deficient in all of those things. And so, yeah, you could go research and see, oh, well, what do I need to eat here? What do I need to eat here? What do I need here? Or you could just consume 1 ounce of these a day to make sure that you're actually getting what you need. Because a lot of us need to just pick our battles. We need to just say, wait a minute, I'm exhausted, I'm run down, how can I fix this? I could do 16 hours of research and then try to figure out how to incorporate all these things and then drive myself crazy. Or I can just order 1 bottle and take an ounce. ounce please, right? That's what I'm saying. So it's one of those too that I really love because it is water soluble, which means you take the ounce of Daily Build, you provide it with this awesome buffet of nutrients on a daily basis, and your body says, ooh, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want this. Oh, I don't need that today. No, I don't want that either. Oh, that looks good. I'll take 2 of those. And then whatever it doesn't need, you're gonna pee out. So you get the benefit of everything it is that you're wanting, but whatever you don't need that day, you pee out. But I wanna give you an example. Last week, I actually, right, Xtina? Seriously, 1 ounce. Please do not make me do all this research. I got plenty of other things that I could do. So the research shows that, I totally just lost my train of thought, but right, Xtina? Hello. Let's see. And how many of us are actually getting a well-rounded everything that we need in a day? We're just not. So it's really simple to do. But, oh, that's what I was gonna say. So last week, I had a dear friend, Natasha Drisdell, kick my behind in kettlebells. So I work out on a consistent basis, anywhere from 4 to 6 days a week, and I fuel my body accordingly. On a daily basis, I can tell based on my urine color if I'm getting what I need or if I'm drained or if I've given it too much. And here's how. So when I have my right amount, my urine will be slightly yellow. So it's kind of like a highlighter color because that means my body got the buffet, but there were some things that it didn't need. Well, I did the exact same thing that I always do as far as taking what I was taking, but I exerted extra effort. I worked out harder. I worked out muscles I hadn't been working out, and I asked more from my body. In the same nutrient content, my urine was white. It was clear, 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 which meant that my body consumed everything that I gave it that day, which meant, and that morning I woke up and I was tired. I was drained. I could tell that my body needed more than what I had given it the previous day. So that next day I refueled it at a higher level and got my urine back to that yellow color. So you can tell based on your urine whether you're giving your body what you need or whether it's lacking a little bit. So I like to have, Lindsay, you and I, right? We talk about pee, we talk about poop, and I'm so sorry that that's not a common practice, but you know, this is a sign. This is a way that we can watch to see where our health is just by those 2 things. If you have actually enjoyed and not been mortified by me talking about pee and poop, please give the hearts or likes, because this is something that just because it's a taboo topic doesn't mean that it's not relevant, doesn't mean that we shouldn't be talking about it. And so if you've enjoyed that, like and heart it away, because yes, thank you, Leanne. I love that. JC, see, we all love talking about these things because it teaches us what to look for. Now, if our urine is too dark and it goes to an orange, that means we're dehydrated. If it has more of an odor and you didn't have asparagus, then you could be dehydrated. And so you can adjust. See, Lindsay's even used it through her pregnancy to make sure that her body had what it needed. And that's something that, in the 90s, dieter people said pee clear as a goal. Actually, it's meaning that you're depleted, exactly, and that's what we're trying to pick up, that mess. And you know, they also said low fat, and then all of a sudden we started having a lot of brain issues because we're starving our brain of all that good healthy fat. So anyway, back onto this. So this, again, it's liquid form, water soluble, so you are going to get the actual benefit, right, Bria? See, nobody teaches us about pee. Like, these are the things, these are the conversations we have with our kids because they need to know these things. Nope, you need to have just a little bit of color in there because animals, when you go to a vet, they will actually, some of them will ask what color your dog's urine is, and they can gauge some things off of that. But yes, this is a marker that we utilize on a consistent basis. So, and you know, test it out. Absolutely do not fuel your body. Run it as hard as you possibly can. See what color your urine is, but make sure you stay hydrated. Then give it what it needs and see how you feel, because this is something that I have monitored and tracked for 6 years. So this is something that I have seen it in my body. Maybe I am that freak of nature. Maybe Lindsay is along there with me, and this may not apply to you. However, in the people that I've utilized this with and in guiding them, this is what we have found is a common denominator. So anyway, it is high in antioxidants, has vitamin C and E, excellent source of B12. So here's a cool thing. It's excellent source of B12, which keeps blood cells and nerves healthy and makes DNA. So that's a pretty cool thing, because to regenerate some of those things that we've kind of jacked up is a really good idea. Not to mention that really helps during pregnancy. Highlighter, yes, highlighter yellow from vitamins equals goals. Christina, you got this, girl. I know you got this. It does have 100% of your daily need of vitamin D. Vitamin D is really important for our mood, especially those that live in places that might not be sunny all the time. That, you know, vitamin D is something, you know, the winter blues, that can come around. Vitamin D is really helpful to combat that. If you live somewhere that's overcast and cloudy a lot, Chicago, Danielle, I don't know why you're there. Kansas is really great, by the way. But that's something that you can utilize to feel even better. So let's see. There are 8 blends. Now, one is a superfruit blend, so you get just a little bit of all those superfruits that I mentioned yesterday. It is better to use the therapeutic to get your base established, but then this is something that you could do long-term on maintenance, and some of us have talked about that. Amino acid blends, which are really important. Phytoantioxidant complex. I want to talk to you about the sea vegetables. Sea vegetables are really important for supporting the thyroid. They have a lot of iodine in them, but the superfood blend, this is neat. How many of you have kind of done one of these where like all of a sudden you're sweating and you're like, oh my God, I smell absolutely terrible. Ew. Has anybody ever done this? Have you done the smell test? Like, give me an emoji, a funny emoji. I want to see what you can come up with. One of these or any of these. But anytime you stink, if your body is nasty, yes, Tara's on a high dose of vitamin D right now. Yep, winter blues. It's not fun, is it, at all? It does have sea veggies. That's why you feel so good on it, Xena, because iodine helps to support the thyroid in a powerful way. But if you've done the stinky, Leora gets it, Lindsay gets it, yes, we've been the stinky. When your intestines are resetting their health and getting back into balance, that's when our body lets go of some nasty smells. Nasty. And this actually helps because it has things that are deodorizers in the body. So greens are really great at deodorizing. So this has alfalfa juice concentrate, chlorella, and organic spirulina. These are 3 things that I utilized even more so in greens and all of those things to neutralize the odors, so that as my armpits are getting all the toxins out, as my pores are releasing, that I worked at a pizzeria for so many years, and just balancing all the smells, that was something that was a huge benefit. So it will help to neutralize those odors so that we don't feel, yes, right, Xena? You smelled like hot dogs for weeks while you were detoxing. Yes, that's huge. So greens, it has a minty taste to it, and so, or Amory. So it's not bad by any means, but it's definitely potent. Hot dogs, you never know what you're gonna smell like, but that can help to neutralize. The nice thing is that it is, has CoQ10, which is really good for the body as well. Resveratrol, really good for anti-aging. That's actually the, when people were saying that dark red wine was really good for you, resveratrol was actually what we're going after. And so resveratrol is in here as well. It is vegan, and it is made with natural ingredients, and it is soy-free. So let's talk about how you can actually utilize this. It's really simple. You just keep this in your refrigerator, and we actually set our dinner table with this at night so that it's easy. Every single one of us, this top plastic part is actually a shot glass that you can utilize, and up to this line right here is 1 ounce, and then this would be 2 ounces. So 1 ounce is what I take. It is what we give to our 13-year-old daughter, who is 5'8.5" now, and size 11 shoe. She can have 1 ounce, even though she's not 16 or 18. But we give her 1 ounce. Our son, who is about 6 to 8 pounds, we give anywhere from 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce, depending on the color of his urine. And then James takes a full ounce. And so this is something that we put on the dinner table every night, and then we all take our healthy shots. And so that's something that's really easy to do. And at first, it didn't taste very good. The kids were getting used to it, because the worse this tastes, that means the more acidic you are. So the more you get into balance to slightly alkaline, this is going to start tasting better. So that's a win for those of us that are like, how long is that going to take? But it does. I promise it happens. Shout out if you can attest to that. But this is something that you can set on the dinner table. If your kiddos have a problem with the taste at first, it's really important to know it is not about being 100% compliant today. It's about introducing the taste to the palate. So you can even start with just a couple of drops and encourage them to keep increasing it. And so also it's the cool thing to do, especially if you have little kids under the age of 7. They want to be a part of the cool kids club, right? They want to sit at the table. They want to do what you're doing. They want to do what the big kids are doing. And so when you're like, you know, when you're doing something that they want to do, oh, I can do this because I take my vitamins. Rachel, you can absolutely mix it with something. Yes, that is no problem whatsoever. And in fact, we really encourage you to start eating your meal, then take it, and then finish out your meal so that you can get rid of the taste. It is potent. It tastes like the Flintstones vitamins used to smell. Lindsay, phenomenal. This is what she does with her kids. She sneaks a few drops in applesauce. You can absolutely do that. You can mix it in anything. This is one that you just want to get it in, but it's not going to hinder anything if you mix it. Now, if the capsules are something that the kiddos could take, you want to take 2 of these twice a day. If you wanted to take all 4 at a time, you definitely could. So for our son, who is 9 years old, I cannot believe he's going to be 10, and 68 pounds, he can take 1. And then our daughter can do the 2 twice a day. I do 2 twice a day if I'm doing the capsules. These are lighter to ship, easy to take, easy to travel with, so it's completely up to you. Both of them are incredibly powerful, so it's just completely up to you which one you do. But this is really easy to take along with you if you go to work, or if you tend to have a little bit too much energy towards the end of the day and you're like, Taryn, okay, I used to not have energy at all. And I used to be dragging, and now I'm laying awake in the middle of the night and I'm just ready to go do everything. I want to clean my house. I want to clean my garage. I want to go knock out that to-do list. You want to do everything that you've been meaning to do for the last 10 years because you're wide awake and you feel so great. You can take this with lunch instead so that it has more time to kind of work its way out of your system if it is keeping you awake. So, but that is the least of our problems, right? Most of us are like, I will take that problem over anything any day. Liquid, once you open it, does need to be refrigerated and consumed within, I believe it's 60 days, 45 days. So it has to be consumed within 45 days of opening. So good to know there. So, you know, we have 4 people, right, Rachel? Bring on more energy. Like, this is not going to be something we're going to complain about. We're going to figure out how to deal with our excess energy problems, right? Like, who's going to complain about that? Most of us are dragging in the morning and trying to, you know, figure out how we're going to function for the next few hours, let alone have too much energy. So anyway, it's really good, clean energy. So, but that is the daily build. That is what Xtina talked about today. So hopefully that helps, but just wanted to bring you that short little video, but you can get either one. The nice thing is if you are watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, you talked about superfruits yesterday, you talked about daily build, like what could I do? You can buy these individually. We've worked something out that we are able to get you the wholesale discount right away. So very excited about that. So if you're interested in that, reach out to whoever invited you to this page. And if I can help anyone out, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. But you can get the discounted price on that. We can also, if you're like, hey, I have some goals, can we just review my list and then can we pick out a plan that'll be beneficial? We have some bundles that really bring costs down even more for savings. So if there's something that we can help you out with, we are more than happy to do that. That's what we've been doing over the last couple of days here. And I'm really excited for people because you are investing in your health. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're saying, enough is enough, I'm done with this, I want to be me again, I want to be healthy, I want to have energy, I want my hair to grow, I want my skin to look beautiful, and I want to be able to get the most out of every single day. And so those are the conversations that we've been having. Some of you have some really big goals. Some of you have battled with some things for decades. And so we are conquering that one thing at a time. And I'm very excited because your change is going to be amazing. But yes, we could hook you up with that. And we got a special deal okayed today that we also can get you hooked up with a $25 credit towards your next order. So be sure to ask for details about that. But all the good things. But anyway, if we can help out with anything, please contact whoever invited you to this, or feel free to reach out to me, and then I am answering people's questions. So Ashley, thank you. It looks amazing today. Xtina taught me very well. I've got highlighter in the right places, but I'm not putting shiny stuff where shiny stuff doesn't belong. So I don't know. I feel amazing. And radiance came back in. I lost my radiance weeks ago and I've been devastated. So it actually came back in, and now I'm rocking the babe in radiance. So I'm a very happy camper. I love it when XMH packages arrive. So anyway, but with that, I will let you get back to your day, and thank you so much for taking the time. And for those of you that I'll be talking to, I cannot wait to see what your goals are and how we can help you achieve them. So have a great day. Bye, Kimberly.